Well, what's going on, everybody? It's Drew with Heritage Firearms. Today we're going to go over a practical rifle setup. This has been covered countless times by various people on the social medias. There are so many different ways you could build a gun. You could spend $700 or you could spend $7,000. I like to remind people that usually what you pay for is what you get. You stay around that $500 to $700 mark, you're going to start running into issues. May it be bolt carrier failure, barrel, rail getting all wobbly, charging handle breaking, buffer system being just a Chinese copy. I like to recommend people stay around the $1,000 to $1,300 mark for a solid rifle for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Happiness being range time and training, right? So what I'm going to recommend is you go ahead and get like something like a Colt or a Ruger or a Smith & Wesson, one of their upper ends, not so much like their bottom tier, but something that they have like their more premium line. This is the Enhanced Patrol Rifle. It's the Colt EPR 6920. It comes with a Centurion rail, it comes with a B5 Bravo buttstock, and it has an ambidextrous safety, which is huge, right? You want to make sure it's clear. It is clear. Whenever I set up weapons, I don't care what platform it is, the big thing that I focus on is optic and a sling, okay? You cannot beat a B5, a Vickers sling, or a VTAC sling. You can't beat them, all right? So that's a no-brainer, so I'm gonna throw it over there. An optic for this here, this is just like I said, a middle of the road, good enough for everything that you can personally do without being extreme, right? This is a SIG Romeo 5. It's one of those new micro red dots that everyone has like the hype for. It's got a nice little riser on it. So everyone likes that new heads-up display shooting. I have some other stuff here, but it's not really things that you need to do initially setting up the gun. But like I said, optic and sling, and that gets you out on the range, and that'll take you so much further than you would imagine. And range time and getting familiar with your weapon is the biggest thing that you can do. Once you get out there and you spend a little bit of time, you're going to notice that, oh, this charging handle is only on one side. It's a little bit small. I want to get something a little bit more enhanced. So you can put in something like the Radian Raptor. Don't get a fake one or don't get a knockoff or a clone, because I promise you, they will wear out and break. All right, once you get that done, you can always add some type of vertical grip or a foregrip or a hand stop that you want, just so you know, more of like an index point, so you know when you present the weapon, it's always in the exact same spot. So if you look at my Mark 18, this is on the extreme side, right? I have this CZ Scorpion hand stop thing here. Turn it around, so now it's my index point. So I know that when I put my hand on it right here, and I present and I pull it into my shoulder, it's the exact same spot every single time. So that's the index point. Speaking of extreme guns, you do not need a Mark 18 suppressed with a PEC 15, all this goodies, unless that is what you do or you've already progressed to that. You don't need to go this way. All right, another options of a different type of extreme. You got a little PDW setup, right? Something like this. You don't need this, but it's something that you can run, okay? Same thing over here, another extreme. But one trending theme on all these extreme setups is a light, right? So what I'm going to recommend is getting a good light that has, I don't know, 750 to 1,000 lumens is good, but you can always go more than that. But for this one, just so happen to have this Surefire Scout Light Pro dual fuel laying around, all right? That's what's going to be going onto this Colt. Once you get out the range a little bit more, you notice in that, hey, all my shells are kind of like pooping them out. They're kind of going too far forward, too far back. You can tune it a little bit. You can always go with an adjustable gas block, or you can adjust the buffer system or the buffer tube and buffer spring just to help clean it up and smooth it out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up real quick, and then I'll come back. All right, so here it is, complete. Okay. It is still fairly basic. Everything that was put onto this you can do at your house without any special tools. I used the one Allen key that came with the light. It fit on everything that I was putting onto this, okay? This is a SIG grip. I took a hacksaw and cut it off because, like I said, I use it as an index point. I put my hand in the exact same spot. When I present it and pull it into my shoulder, I know I'm always in the same spot. That's why I run that. Surefire light. It's always good to have a light. You don't need this. You could put a budget light on it. The big thing that's really crucial that you spend a little bit of money on is your sling and your optic. And even spending a little bit of money, this Sig Romeo 5 is roughly $170. All right, it's not even that expensive. Now I did go ahead and put the Geisley Super 42 buffer system in it, and I did put the Radiant Raptor on it because I like having the ambidextrous charging, and with it sticking out, I loved it more. Okay, this is the setup. Right here is $2,100. All right, you can make it happen, and you can do it piece by piece.